All right, Coach. U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. They'll run on first down. Tubbs, and they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Matchbox lights.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. They're able to locate Wilson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. On first down, Tubbs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
22 yards there, a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now they'll run on the draw. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Box truck, box truck.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 50, check 50.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And Wilson has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 26. Rosen now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Rosen. And this is Parker, complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now a give, right side. Tubbs, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Now Rosen on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
57, Mike, 57. 6-man. Check.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Looking to throw. Friedman. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And he is all the way up past the 25.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the 22, Rosen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Rosen. Caught by Wilson. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
Protein spill. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
They'll run on first down. It's Ingram. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
50, hey, Orbit.
Here's Rosen. He's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 2nd and goal from the 1. Rosen going to keep it himself. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Josh Rosen with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays. Don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Let's see what you got.
From the gun, Friedman. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. Tyler Lockett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see them, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Watch the split. Watch the split. Switch. Jack. Name on that. Mike 50. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Drake. And he'll work his way forward up to the 22. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 3rd down, Rosen. And he's got it to Hearns. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Rosen now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down.
Here we go.
And now it's Rosen looking. And he finds Parker here, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Draw play. Ingram now. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Rosen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Now Rosen looking to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Big stuff, let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he cuts right sideline and some room to go. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On 2nd down, Cook. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Off play action. Friedman. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here we go. Touchdown. Choose the mic. It's going to be a long.
Here's a quick throw to Thielen.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Here we go. Go to base. Walk. Don't get nervous. Twin set.
On second down, Collins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Operating from the gun, Friedman. He's got Lockett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Let's go now. Have the ending. Choose the mic. You better be afraid of me.
On the carry, it's Cook. And an alley to run. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Friedman. That's to Cook out of the backfield.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Quarter. 57 to Mike. Smooth. Here we go. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. I'm on. Check 31.
Here's Rosen to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Another try after the first down sack. Rosen. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a pick six there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick six going the other way.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Get that ball. Get that ball.
Back to the air. Rosen after the pick six. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On first down, Tubbs, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check four.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. He's picked off at his own 46, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, Friedman. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll try and run for it with Collins. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Watch the run.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. It's their quarterback. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Rosen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, defense, let's go.
On the draw, this is Ingram. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And a completion to Wilson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rosen. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Elliott on for the extra point. Just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
At the 30-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Ingram again, a first down carry. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
On 3rd down, Tubbs. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, this is a new concept. It's 3rd down, but they've got the punt unit on. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand. Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
Now a give, right side. Tubbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
A big play there for the Dolphins. 41 yards on the ground. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Minnesota, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Miami, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.